All right, here's a good question that I would give in the middle of a linear function unit or on a test. Write an equation of a line that passes through 5, 8 and is parallel to y equals 5x plus 4. So this question is going to tell me a lot about what understanding of linear functions you have in regards to what about slopes and y-intercepts and all the information that comes along with that. So we were given a point that our line has to go through. It has to go through 5, 8. And we're told that it's parallel to this line. Now, the good news about this equation is it's in slope-intercept form. So when we have an equation written in y equals mx plus b, we know that the m is the slope. So parallel lines are going to have the same slope, but a different y-intercept. Same slope, different y-intercept. All right, so if I need to have the same slope, and I already know in this equation my slope is 5, well then I could go and I could say my equation is going to have a slope of 5. It has to be the same. Okay, so that's good. But we also know that our line that we're writing an equation for goes through 5, 8. So we have a slope and we have a point, 5, 8. So what I'm going to expect most of my students to do is say, what do I already have? I have the slope. I have a point. Wonder what form I should put this in. Point slope form. It's in the name. You have a point and you have a slope. So why wouldn't you just write it in the form y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1? By now you should know this form, and its name is point slope form. By golly, they actually made math easier for once. They gave us a name that makes sense to the equation. So if we have a point and we have a slope, we can write it in this form. Keep in mind, this is our x value, this is our y value. X value needs to go right there. Y value needs to go right there. Slope needs to go right here. So all I do is I rewrite it, plugging in the information in the correct spots. Slope is 5, x minus x value of 5. Now, if I went one step farther with this question, write an equation of a line that passes through 5, 8 and is parallel to y equals 5x plus 4. But if I said I need it in slope-intercept form, that's not slope-intercept form, that's point-slope form. But just as quickly as I wrote it in point-slope form, I could convert it to y equals mx plus b, which we call slope-intercept form. How would I do that? I just clean up the right side. 5 times x, distribute. 5 times negative 5, distribute. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times negative 5, positive times negative equals a negative, equals y minus 8. One thing we know about slope-intercept form is y is all alone. Not quite yet. We still have negative 8 with y. Get rid of the negative 8. Inverse operation. Opposite of subtracting 8. Adding 8. Only add 8 to the other like term. So now you have negative 25 plus 8, which is going to give you what? Negative 17. And then 5x comes down. Y is all alone by itself. And now you have the equation written in slope-intercept form. So if you're not technically looking for slope-intercept form, you could have just stopped right here. You wrote an equation of a line that's parallel to this. You just wrote it in a different form. But if your teacher's asking you to put it in slope-intercept form, just convert it and you'll be done. Remember, it's all about asking yourself, what was I given? Well, when you were told they're parallel, that's a sneaky way of them giving you the slope, because the slope has to be the same. So if you already know the slope is 5 here, your other equation has to have the same slope. And then they already gave you a point, so if you're given a slope and a point, we've got a form for that. Hopefully this makes sense. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.